Yes, dear students, today let us discuss about the rise of nationalism, your chapter of history, part 4, that is the last part. Discuss about the aristocracy and the middle class till now, liberalism, new conservative after 1815, and Treaty of Vienna. Today we talk about the revolutionaries and age of revolutions during 1830 to 1848. In this way, this was the index phase of your whatsoever we have discussed till now. In one point today we'll discuss and revolutionary, as we know that everywhere revolution was led by the educated middle elites, because the topmost aristocracy people don't have any need to fight against anything, and the lowermost people of that society, they don't want to fight against anything because they don't have so courage to say anything against those people. In this way, we have learned from our history also that whenever there is any type of revolution, every time middle educated classes were there, come forward to take this step against the ruling party. Till now, we have studied about liberalism plus nationalism versus conservative regimes. Mean to say, nationalism, spirit of national nation state is there, that they want to rise with the help of liberalism. It means to say liberal policy by taking all caste, all religions with them and consider about their bright future. All the steps have been taken through the whole of the world, as we can see on this globe also, regarding this liberalism, nationalism, and conservative regimes. Everywhere things go as per this situation. When we talk about unification of Germany, I would like to take the name of Otto von Bismarck, the architect of process of unification of Germany. He fought three battles within 7 years. Ottoman Bismarck fought three battles within 7 years, but with the two battles he got failed, and last one he got succeeded, and he was a failure during 1831 and 1844, and he his whole whatsoever activities regarding liberalism, nationalism, and we can say nation state visualization, whatsoever he was doing, every time he was being suppressed by the monarchy, and junkers, junkers were there, that landowners having too much of land and creating suppression against such type of people. They don't want that anybody should go against their regime whatsoever they wanted. But now some idea has been changed towards conservation, and we can say regionalism from the democracy and to live and liberalism. Mean to say, they have to change somewhat their path. Earlier they were fighting for democracy and liberalism. Now they have started fighting, struggling battles for the conservation and regimes for the conservative ideas. In this way, when Otto von Bismarck unfortunately couldn't succeed in the Third War, and it was led by one Russian volunteer. He took initiative to unify the Germany, and accordingly, he fought against the army and bureaucracy of Germany. Within 7 years, three wars were fought, as earlier I mentioned, and during these wars, Austria, Denmark, and France was captured by these people, and finally, the king of Prussia, Caesar William I, in January 1871 was proclaimed new king of unified Germany, new king of unified Germany. And after this was based upon the Treaty of Vienna, that 1815. What were the result of this Treaty of Vienna 1815? That Bourbon dynasty was again its power. French lost its different type of territories. German Confederation of 39 states was set up by Napoleon was now left untouched and set up the boundaries to prevent French expansion. This was the Treaty of Vienna, and accordingly, Otto von Bismarck fought these wars, and Prussia got victory. In this way, Germany got unified in January 1871, and its king was now William William First. Thank you. Yes, students, let us discuss about the last part of your this chapter, that the creating of different type of images to show the to represent the nation as a whole. As we know that during 19th century it was trend all over the world that people and country used to show themselves in the form of allegory. It was allegory mean to say that the representation of the nation in the form of any human character, and it was the unique feature of 19th century. During 19th century, this female figure were used as allegory. Allegory, once again, I would like to clear that human representation of a concept, equality, liberty, freedom, justice, and its major concern with the national identity. Like you may see in this picture, there is a statue of liberty was there in your first picture. Now it's Germania, and here is it is a fall of Germania, and abstract idea expressed through a person or a thing, that is the use of allegory. As we know that this was to represent the nation as a whole, the spirit of nation state, and as well as the spirit of modern state, that is to be shown through some pictures. So in this way, till now we have studied about whatsoever I told you in your timeline and index page, that was a imperialism, unification of Italy, unification of Germany, Treaty of Vienna, imperialism, conservative, liberalism, nationalism idea, as well as different concepts of middle rise of middle classes and new classes, emergence of new classes. In this way, we have completed this chapter. Hopefully, you have understood. Uh, this is the timeline also by that. And take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.